big commitment came through last week for Notre Dame in the 2026 class, elite defensive lineman Elijah Golden. It kind of got funky down the stretch. A couple commitments got moved back, commitment dates. How was Notre Dame able to get this one done?
Yeah, so yeah, well, it was July 26th was the original commitment date for Golden. King George, Virginia native, now plays at Cardinal Mooney in Sarasota. Yeah, like we had kind of talked about at Blue and Gold, that there was like some personal reasons why he moved it back, and then Oklahoma did really make a push for him down the stretch. This was a recruitment we talked about for such a long time as a Notre Dame and Alabama battle, but it really came down to Notre Dame and Oklahoma. And as you guys saw on his commitment stream, he put on the Oklahoma hat and
He did.
threw it off. And I'm going to let you guys behind the curtain for a second, Mason. I'm sitting there watching his Instagram live feed of the commitment. And like right before maybe like 5 seconds before he said, I'm committing to Notre Dame, Hayes Fawcett tweeted out the commitment tweet. Like, you put it out there. So then I see that. So I put mine out there right away. Like, he's committing to Notre Dame.
Right.
And then I tweet that. He puts on the Oklahoma hat. I about freaked out. But then, he had his fun and then the Notre Dame hat came flying and drops it and then puts it on. So I was nervous there for a second. My heart dropped. But anyways, yeah, Notre Dame was able to kind of fend off Oklahoma. Like, they came in and, had some intriguing, offers for Golden. And I think that maybe it just wanted to take some time. Like, you don't need to rush it. So he pushed it back a couple weeks. And look, the Oklahoma thing was real. But I told Notre Dame fans, guys, don't panic. Just like let this kind of play out. And as things went on, even though Oklahoma felt that they were getting him, like, this kid, I think he belongs at Notre Dame. And, I figured that this would kind of revert to the mean, if that makes sense. And that's what took place. So I still expect Oklahoma to push for him. I still expect Alabama to push for him in the fall. And Virginia Tech, the other finalist, will probably linger around as well. So, yeah, Mason, what an important pickup for Notre Dame. I mean, if you don't get Elijah Golden, it's like how good this D-line class could have been. But with him in the fold, you're like, man, this D-line class is darn impressive.
No doubt about it. With a last name like that, you gotta imagine he belongs
Right.
in South Bend. So there's been a few Goldens in the past. Golden Tate, Dallas Golden, Al Golden.
Al
Just keep
Golden, yeah.
stacking them up. So, Mike, in normal classes for Notre Dame, Elijah Golden is the crown jewel of the
100%.
defensive line class, or even maybe the class as a whole. But he might be the second, third, fourth best on this defensive line class. This class is just unreal. How good do you think it can be?
Yeah, like, looking at it on paper, I haven't done an absurd amount of research on this. The last time Notre Dame signed 4-star defensive linemen per the Rivals industry ranking was 2019. And you have guys like Hunter Spears and Howard Cross and Nana and the other ones escaping me off the top of my Jacob Lacey. I mean, Howard Cross,
guys that
obviously
didn't work out.
Yeah, three that didn't really pan out and live up to that ranking, and obviously Howard Cross did for sure. But this, I mean, I think the average of that group, like their national rankings, was in the 300, their 300s or so. This one is significantly higher. Rodney Dunham, the number 13 player in the country per the Rivals industry ranking. Ebenezer Uatade, number 107. But Rivals has him as a borderline 5-star. Of course, when I say Rivals, that is that was previously the On3 ranking, if you guys were not aware of On3 purchasing Rivals. So 24/7 and ESPN have him ranked significantly lower, but his senior season is absolutely important for a number of reasons. He had a very productive junior season, but does he take his game to the next level? Like, technically, we'll see. Tiki Hola, number 368 overall player, number 39 defensive lineman in the country, 6'2.5", 300 pounds, huge get for the Irish. So yeah, their rankings can differ. Like, Rivals has Dunham, listed higher than 24/7 and ESPN, significantly ranked higher than for Uatade, but then lower by a good bit for Tiki, and of course Elijah Golden. So that's why we use the rivals industry rankings. It's that average, but between the three. So but again, on paper, it really. I mean, you have to. I talked to Tom Lemming from Prep Football Report. Excuse me. He was like, he had to go back to 2011 when Notre Dame signed 3 5-star defensive linemen, Ishak and Aaron Lynch and Stephon Tuitt that year. Like that's how far he had to go back for like when was the last time Notre Dame signed this good of a defensive line class. So I mean, hats off to Nick Sebastian, hats off to Al Washington, that entire Notre Dame staff, because defensive line is a position that's like it's solid for Notre Dame, but you might be lacking some impact guys. I mean, heck, look at the D line last year, very very good, especially on the interior. But RJ Oben's first sack was in the Sugar Bowl, and that was like your big
Right.
get out of the transfer portal. Now he was worth every penny for that sack, and helped you swing the momentum in that game. But I mean, now you're signing Rodney Dunham, hopefully in December, right? You're signing Rodney Dunham and Ebenezer Uatade, 2 freaks at the defensive end spot. Elijah Golden, a swing guy between a 5 and 3 technique. If he's listed right now at 6'3.5", 278 pounds. It's going to be difficult for him to, not play on the interior. And then Tiki Hola, 300-pound just mauler on the inside. So, yeah, I think if you're an Irish fan, you're really excited about this D-line class.
Yeah, I think, the edge position's been good to Notre Dame in the past, but really strengthening on the inside is always a good thing. So, Mike, that makes Elijah Golden, I believe, 27th commitment of the 2026 class. So, what's even out there? What's left for Notre Dame moving forward?
Yeah, number 4 class in the country right now. That's up 8 spots from what it was last year. And let me just say this real quick. For the Notre Dame fan or just the college football fan in general who would look at it and be like, yeah, Notre Dame's going to drop. They always drop. They always start hot and drop down. 2 things about that. One, Notre Dame did not start hot in the 26 class. Like they had they landed like a Noah Grubbs early on and Dylan Faison, but they usually start super hot. Like when these kids are going in their junior year, Notre Dame already has like 7, 8, 10 commits.
Right.
Notre Dame didn't. In February on the Loose Emoji message board, there were folks like really worried about Notre Dame not having many commitments. We're like, guys, just relax. Like Notre Dame's time is coming. And it did. Obviously, Notre Dame went on a huge commitment run in the spring and then into the summer as well. And the other thing is, typically Notre Dame, when they have started hot and then fallen in the rankings, that would have already happened by now. It's August 12th, guys, as we record this. Maybe you're watching this after. And Notre Dame's still at number 4. It's going to be difficult, like, for Notre Dame to, like, drop to 9 or 10. I think that they will, because they'll drop a little bit, maybe 5 or 6, maybe 7, but that'll still be Notre Dame's best class in a while. The class score of 92.60 right now, as you see on the right hand of the screen, is very strong. This is going to be the Irish's best class, at least since the 2022 class, which finished number 6 nationally. But I think that this class will be better even if it finishes below 6, and that's a different discussion for a different day. What was even your question, Mason? I kind of went on a tangent. What's left?
I mean, what's left? And once you start talking about the talent in this class, it's hard not to get swept up in it. But what's even left?
Yeah, I mean, you like go through each position, and it's like, all right, they have 2 running backs committed. Will they take a third? Probably not. A 6th wide receiver? Probably not. A 3rd tight end? Probably not. A 7th offensive lineman? No. So could they take a 2nd quarterback? Like some schools will take 2. Could Notre Dame? I don't think so, but it's not like out of the realm of possibility. On the defensive side of the ball, could they take a 5th defensive lineman? They would have if Alistair Viejo wanted in. I could see that. Could they take a 3rd linebacker? Absolutely. You could see that. And then, you got 5 DBs committed. Could they take a 6th? They took 6 last year, but I think they're probably good in the defensive backfield. So potentially a 6 DB, but probably not. 3rd linebacker, 5th D line, I think would be potential additions. And then second quarterback, probably not, but again, not out of the realm of possibility. Notre Dame fans, if you just heard me say that, don't now say Mike Seeger said a second quarter. No, I'm saying it's not like impossible, but there's nothing like really brewing for that right now. Let's check in like October, November about that, but really nothing to see there right now.